coverage of the NFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerged from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we, as the Bears get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. 19-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
He takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. Remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck roll that they can fall back on anymore.
He's going to look deep down the field. And that will be incomplete. That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And the Bears take over.
They're playing my team.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 37.
16 X factors on defense.
First carry now for David Montgomery. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Brings up 2nd and 2.
I thought it was they'll let. I thought it was you could have another one, but only like the ability will only work for like 2. Oh, okay.
49-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Nice gain there by the 2nd-year runner out of Iowa State, David Montgomery.
It's all the same to me.
Finishes his runs moving forward and knocking defenders back.
He
finished tied with Josh Jacobs for the most carries by a rookie last year. But what the Bears need from him, improve on his 3.7 yards per attempt. If he gets that up into the 4s,
you ran past me before I even
just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice safe throw.
I feel like
in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards.
Come on, Komet.
So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year,
nice,
we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Draw play here. Trubisky gives to Cohen. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. And it looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves him with 7 yards to go on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
Why are you?
From the gun, it's Trubisky. He wants it all for the end zone. And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown, Bears. Allen Robinson. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears have taken the early lead. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And that is absolutely demoralizing for a defense because you've got the offense on the ropes. It's 3rd down. You're trying to get off the field and then wham. You have a letdown in the 2nd
cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And you know, there's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
They run again on first down. Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Give all that credit defensively to Khalil Mack. A great stop in the backfield. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Now on 2nd and 13. Darnold. He's going to get this one down to Cook. It's a gain of 7, and it'll be 3rd down.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Justin Jefferson, the rookie, his intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
On 2nd down now, it's Cook. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
A yard. And it's 3rd down.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Darnold. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Akeem Hicks in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Kicks away as he angles this one for the sideline. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice the hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he's out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
It's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
Yo, come
He'll get it up only to about the 24. The tackle there by Richard Sherman.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would
Shut
move
up,
the
nigga.
ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They'll run on second down with Cohen. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A yard in the wrong direction. Makes third down tougher. Third down and 9. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears
Something
in
like
possession. They're staring up at a 3rd and 9 to start it out.
Something like that.
A play fake to Montgomery. Now Trubisky. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Danielle Hunter, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he said, looking up into the lights, and he muffs it. But fortunately, he's able to recover.
That's what he just said that, yeah.
But sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. On 1st and 10, Darnold. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions quote-unquote go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
At the 17-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. On the option, Trubisky. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Mitchell Trubisky, his 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. As the Bears push further out in front. So they're down in the red zone. They opt to utilize his legs instead of the arm.
I like what they were thinking there because in most situations now, defense is accounting for all the other runners on the field and, of course, for pass plays. But the quarterback position, oftentimes it is unaccounted for. Offense coordinator felt it, dialed it right up.
Inside the red zone, is this something teams should maybe, depending on the quarterback, do more often?
Definitely. If you've got a quarterback who can actually move it with his legs, that's an extra option and an extra weapon for you.
Don't worry about what he did. Wow, how about you do it?
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Darnold from the gun. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
This man cheesing
There's
us.
anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run in the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it, and he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a first down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Khalil Mack, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Another try after the first down sack. Darnold setting up the screen for Cook. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
The Vikings on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. To throw is Darnold. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the rookie, Jaylon Johnson. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily. I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
47-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Out of the gun, running with Cohen. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
That reaching stuff crazy. I was nowhere near you. Well, I was right next to you, but I was trying to like get past.
And not allowing any lanes to open up.
From midfield now, here's Trubisky. And Robinson with a big catch. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. The first down screen pass, good for 5. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Here's Trubisky to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Darnell Mooney, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears will add on to their lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever. There it results in a touchdown. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and it's now 21-0. The touchdown here, Santos to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Darnold. He's got a man, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 34. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
And that was probably their thought on. And Darnold got to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
No gain on the screen there at 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA
It's definitely 80,
Sports
but I guess
Coach.
Madden made Dalvin Cook speed 77.
Set to resume. Here we go with the 2nd half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the 2nd half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the 2nd half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our 2nd half blowout material. On the carry, it's Montgomery. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. David Montgomery hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bears will extend their lead.
Well, partner, that's another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
And he's taken down. Back in his own 7. Bilal Nichols breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards that time on the keeper. Brings up 4th down. Here's Britton Colquitt now. Standing just outside his own goal line. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Fielded at the 33. 47-yard punt, a return of 4. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now a shotgun handoff to Cohen. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And a throw there going to be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now Darnold. Escaping the pressure right.
Well.
Complete. Oh, what a juke into space. And all the way down to the 37. It's a big one there for the Vikings. And even 50 yards.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today.
Abdominal
Sometimes when they
tear.
got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Cook. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
And it's pretty evident when you watch how Minnesota plays, just how important Dalvin Cook is to their offense. 1,000-yard rusher a year before, the first one the Vikings had since Adrian Peterson.
I'm about to say, that shouldn't
dominating
work.
their carries. And having Cook in the lineup for the bulk of the season, that made Minnesota exactly what their head coach Mike Zimmer wanted them to be. A much more physical team that complemented their defense.
Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Back to throw, Darnold. He goes right back to Jefferson, and this one complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
Minnesota.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. They'll run with Cook. And the Vikings are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Darnold a sneak. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the sneak. Kind of a wasted play there, and now it's 3rd down. Escape, and that is not going to get it done. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. 4th and goal from the 3. They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold, and this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And his guys are going to have the football back as the 3rd quarter comes to an end. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I enjoy. We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put him #1 for what we've seen this season.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he will have the Bears 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A give to Montgomery out of the gun. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Give the tackle there to Danielle Hunter.
2nd and 7 at the 30.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Trubisky gives to Cohen. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They try again with Cohen, and he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right.
And my goodness, another interception. Pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now, this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. And these fans, they were expecting to be on the other side of the scoreboard. But that is not the case as we play on here this 4th quarter. They were looking for Johnson that time. And now it's 2nd down. Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. They run it again with Cook. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
When a good play is made on defense, oftentimes leverage is the key to everything. Defensive line not getting turned, all the other guys making sure they're in the right spot. And on that play, they were able to stop him short of a 1st down.
A 40-yard punt, no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And this game just illustrates how important home field really is. On paper, didn't look like much of a match.
matchup, but now it's looking like it'll become one of the big surprises of the weekend.
Eric Kendricks in on the tackle. 1 yard gain. Brings up second and
the run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll run with a former Viking, Cordero Patterson. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 5. Once more, they turn to Patterson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. 4th down now.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down.
Yo,
But
P.
they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Yo, Jason.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight.
You still here? Yo, 7, you still here?
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away.
That's crazy. We got 2 minutes. We got 2 minutes left.
7 on the return, and we have reached the 2-minute warning.
Who your man's at? Is D Smith? You trying to play? Or you getting off? I was talking to D Smith.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its way here, but they certainly have not, and they trail big. After this, it figures to be a quiet trip home. They start the drive with Cook. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Call it no gain on the keeper.
I don't understand why cheap block don't work.
Brings up 3rd down.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And now here's another interception. Eddie Jackson picks it. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to have 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Oh, I wasn't going to score. Cordero Patterson. I ain't that bad. Wow.
Well, the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it